My breath melts into the sky. November wind strokes my cheek. This faded park, stepping on fallen leaves. Our favorite place where we often came. The spot next to me where you're not feels far too wide. I thought I heard your voice from that day, so I softly closed my eyes. Sunlight filters through the leaves, shaking just like it did on that day. But the warmth alone is no longer here. On this empty bench I picture you alone. The piano plays a melody of remembrance. The goodbye I never heard echoes deep within my chest, gathering the scattered fragments of time. I just stood there, frozen. With my hands still in my coat pockets, I remember you laughing, saying it's cold. The words we shared have vanished in the wind, but the scarf you gave me is still around my neck. If I could turn back time, what words could I have said to you? Empty bench connects the past and present. I wanna forget, I can't forget. Contradictions rush over me. The last smile I ever saw before it turned into pain. I quietly looked up at the sky. If I sit in this spot, I feel like someday you might suddenly appear. No matter how many seasons pass me by, I am still just as I was that day. On this empty bench I sing of you alone. The thank you you can't hear turns into tears, embracing the pain of time engraved here, so I can walk toward tomorrow. I look back just one more time. White breath scatters, the street lights blur. In this cold park I'm all alone now. The swing you always used to sit on is swaying empty, so hollow. The sound of dry leaves crushing underfoot. I thought I heard your laughter, the warmth we surely shared together. Where did it all disappear to? I search and search, but no matter how I look, I just can't find it anymore. This is a cold park, this place without you. A cold wind blows through the cracks of my heart. Your smile, which I can never touch again, is too bright. When I close my eyes, it's as vivid as yesterday. But still, time remains frozen. The hot cocoa I got from the vending machine. That day we laughed, saying let's split it. All that's left in my palm right now is just a cold faded loneliness. Even tracing the path we walk side by side, I only find that your shadow isn't here. The hazy future we were supposed to see together, where did it all disappear to? Please just tell me. This is a cold park, this place without you. The memories are too kind, and it hurts. The voice that whispered I miss you scatters in the air. Before it turns into snow, I have to leave this place now. I know I've known for so long that even if I call your name, you won't look back. So why can't my feet move? I'm tying your shadow to this very spot. Goodbye, cold park, this place without you. Tears overflow through the cracks of my heart, holding the smile I can never touch again in my heart, because I've decided to walk towards tomorrow. Even if I'm alone. Dry footsteps on the way back home, stepping on the piled up fallen leaves. The words we vowed to each other that day, I still remember. I whispered quietly, the scent of the osmanthus you loved. It's long gone now, and yet every time the season changes, it fades little by little. But deep in my heart, your image just won't disappear. A promise piled with fallen leaves, your voice is already so far away. I try to brush them off, but no matter how I try, only the frozen words remain in this place where I'm all alone. I end up waiting for you still. My heart is unable to move. People passing by, their hurried footsteps. It feels like I'm the only one in a world that has stopped. The small initials we carved on the bench, I trace them gently with my finger, but there's no warmth. Only the blue of the sky from that day is painfully, vividly clear. If I say I still believe, it feels like it would be a lie. So I just close my eyes and return to that day. A promise piled with fallen leaves, the future without you. How am I supposed to walk through it? Time just passes by while I don't know. I'm trapped inside the scenery, unable to even move. Should I have said, please don't go? Should I have held on to your hand tighter? I regret it and regret it again, but the leaves just silently continue to pile up. A promise piled with fallen leaves, your voice voices already so far away. I try to brush them off, but no matter how I try, only the frozen words remain. Even when spring comes one day and all these leaves decay, this pain I know will never disappear. I blow warm hello onto my cold fingertip. My white breath disappears into the empty air. The right side of the bench where you used to sit, I gently touch it, feeling like it's still warm. Your habit of stacking our palms together, I remember it and close my eyes. When I close my eyes, it still feels like you're right there next to me. But even if I reach out my hand, it doesn't touch anything anymore. The warmth that's left alone. Even if I hug it, the cold only grows. This world without you, everything inside is just so cold. The last warmth you gave me, was it just an illusion? My heart is tightening. The red scarf you wrapped around me, it doesn't have that heat anymore. The words we shared, the promises we couldn't keep, they're all quietly growing cold like a lie. The path we walked home side by side, only my footsteps remain. Another season is passing by, leaving only me here. How to forget? I just don't know how. The warmth that's left alone. Even if I hug it, my heart just freezes. This winter without you, how am I supposed to get through it? The voice that smiled and said it's okay, I'm still searching for it even now. If a wish could be granted, I'd wanna go back to that day. Just one more time, I wanna touch your hand. Please warm these cold hands of mine. It's a dream that won't come true, I know that. And yet the warmth that's left alone, I have no choice but to live holding on to it. From that season when you were here, that warmth so bright it was dazzling. I won't forget, I don't wanna forget. Even if this heart grows cold and numb, I loved you. On the tip of the branch, just one, a single trembling final leaf. Sitting on our usual bench, I just kept staring up at it. It sways so fragilely with every gust of wind, just like my own heart. All those overflowing green days, where did they go? The season I spent with you is about to end right now. That is the last leaf. It's just like our time, so fragile and so weak, just clinging on. If that leaf were to fall, I was afraid that truly everything would come to an end. I just prayed, wind, please stop. Wind, please stop. Let's come here again next year, okay? You smiled beneath this tree. The full shade of the leaves was dazzling now. The branches just pierced the sky. The bench without you is just far too cold. What is it waiting for, that leaf? Is it just like me, unable to give up? Proof of our time, the remaining embers of our days that burn so beautifully. If that leaf were to fall, I was afraid that even my memory of you would fade away and disappear. I just wished time please stop. Don't go just a little longer. Don't leave me all alone. I scream, but it won't become a voice. The sky is far too quiet. Finally, the last leaf, carrying our time with it. It slowly dances down through the air and disappeared onto the ground. Goodbye, my cherished days. Goodbye, my warm-hearted you. In the park where everything has ended, I'm still here, unable to move. Different kind of wind blows here on this bench. It feels like time stops. A wind too gentle, rustling the fallen leaves. It's just like you brushing back my hair. When I close my eyes, I feel like your scent is softly carried to me. The world keeps on moving, but this place alone remains just as it was that day, trapping me inside. This is the place where the wind stays, the place where my memories of you stay. It keeps tying me to the past and it just won't let me go. Don't go, not yet, because the wind is whispering this. I can't stand up from this bench again today. The expressionless faces of people passing by. No one notices this tiny small space. The feeling of your cold hand you left behind. Then touch it just one more time. If this wind is your reply to me, then how long should I wait for you? This is the place where the wind stays, the place where your goodbye stays. It gently wraps around me and then it freezes my heart. Forget me now. Even though the wind is crying, I'm still here today, searching for your words. If this wind were to stop when my memories of you disappear too, if that's the case, I'd rather it just keep blowing forever, binding me to this place. And this is a place where the wind stays, the place where my feelings for you stay. It keeps tying me to the past and it just won't let me go. I still love you, even if I confess it to the wind. My voice, which cannot reach you, is just dancing in the air. This park, which shouldn't have had a name, is so painful to me now. The seasons I spent with you are stained here. Everywhere I look, your shadow sways, stepping on the carpet of fallen leaves. I walk towards that bench, the name we gave it together, Sentimental Park. The time when we were laughing feels just like it was yesterday. This is Seminole Park, an amusement ride without you. The empty swings, the rusted seesaw, only the wind crying passes by. Even if I call for you, there's no reply. I know that, but I call your name again, trapped inside this park. Opening the faded map, the time capsule we buried, calling it treasure. We laughed, let's open it in 10 years. We can't keep that promise now, can we? The sky we saw together, I'm sure it was endlessly blue and clear. The future we painted together, sentimental days, now it's out of reach. It's become a black and white photograph. This is Sentinel Park, the announcement for closing time. I can't find the exit anywhere. The memories are lost in crying. If I forget you, can I leave this place? If so, I'd rather just stay like this. I wanna sleep forever in this park. If there really is a God, please just turn back time for me once. That smile on your face from that day, one more time. Let me burn it into my memory. I don't need anything else, just that one thing is enough. Goodbye, Sentimental Park. heart clutching a tear-stained ticket. The last visitor heading for the exit. The memories are waving from far away. I won't forget the days I was with you. I have to start walking, keep them in my heart, turning my back on this park towards tomorrow. The colorful leaves are falling, the familiar scenery is changing. This park where I walked with you is wearing a face I don't recognize now. Sitting on a bench, I look up at the sky. It's somehow different from the blue of that day. I know that time moves forward, but my heart alone is still standing frozen in that autumn. The season that doesn't return, those days that were so dazzling. All that piles up like fallen leaves is just a painful, deep remembrance. Even though I'm sitting the same place, our season will never come back again. The sound of laughter passes by. Were we once like that too? The profile of your face, watching you beside me. The fact that I loved it more than anything. This overflowing feeling coming far too late. The wind just snatches it away. I wanna forget, and yet I don't wanna forget. This contradiction is tightening around my chest. The season that doesn't return, those days that shine so bright. This landscape now without you, it's like paint that has no color. Even though I'm looking up at the same sky, our time will never overlap again. If I close my eyes, I feel like I can still hear your gentle voice right beside me. I turn around again and again, but all that's there is just the cold wind blowing. Goodbye, season that won't return. Goodbye, days I love so much. This tear hidden in the fallen leaves until the day it turns into strength. I've been sitting in the same place, but I have to go now towards tomorrow. Another page of the calendar peels off without a sound, and it's November. This season you said you loved it the most. This year it just feels cold. Walking with my coat collar turned up on the tree-lined street. My shadow is alone. The dry sound of stepping on fallen leaves is echoing unusually loud. Soon the snow will paint everything over in white. Before that happens, I can't help but remember you. This is November nostalgia. The more I try to forget, the more vivid it gets. Your low voice, the habits when you smiled. Why do I remember it all so clearly? Sitting on that bench, if I close my eyes, it feels like you're still right here next to me. The matching gloves we bought together, only one of them is left on my desk. It reminds me more of loneliness than it does of warmth, so I keep it tucked away. The winter without you is almost here. The wind is telling me it's close. If back then I had chosen different words, could we still be laughing together right now? This is November nostalgia, dull ache that grips my heart. The scenery without you, the business of daily life. Will I get used to all of it someday? I don't want that. My heart is screaming, I'm still right here. If I say I miss you, will it trouble you? If I say I've forgotten, will I be a liar? Holding on to this in-between emotion, will I be able to get through the season again? Goodbye November nostalgia. The more I try to forget, the more I cherish it. Your low voice, the habits when you smiled. I'll live on, embracing every last bit. The fallen leaves piling on that bench, they will hide them from me. These tears of mine. I'm here again at the bench where no one sits. The wind is cold, a gray afternoon. If you were here with me right now, what kind of words would I have said? A single fallen leaf lands on my shoulder with no hand to brush it off. I just lowered my head. The reply that I know I will never hear. I am still waiting for it. This is the monologue of an empty bench. Feelings that can't reach anyone are overflowing. Even when I whisper I miss you, it gets buried in the sound of the wind and disappears. Every time I call out your name, my heart throbs with a sudden ache. Only the monologues keep piling up. Hot milk tea that you used to love, I sigh in front of the vending machine. It doesn't feel warm unless there are 2 cups. I've only just now realized something so simple. Time flows on so mercilessly while I'm still tied fast to that day. If this voice of mine could somehow reach you, what is it that I should be screaming? This is the monologue of an empty bench. I wish that no one will ever hear it spilling out. Even when I promise I won't forget you, the me of tomorrow is just afraid again. Every time I search for your smile, my world blurs and I can't see. Only the monologue is trembling. I try to comfort myself, it's okay, but there's no way it could be okay. The most precious thing to me is no longer here. This bench, it knows every part of my weakness. This is the monologue of an empty bench. Feelings that can't reach anyone are overflowing. Even when I whisper I love you, it gets buried in the sound of the wind and disappears. Every time I call out your name, my heart throbs with a sudden ache. Only the monologue is, please don't fade away. Music is playing far away from the park speaker. An unknown song, it's gentle but sad. The one we always used to hum was a different, much clumsier song. Does only that bench remember the harmony that belonged just to us? No one else remembers it now, but I can still sing that song from back then. A forgotten autumn melody, it feels like it's fading, mixed in with the sound of the wind. The phrase you hummed under your breath, the chords I matched on my guitar, that song heading for the future that echoed so loud is now unable to reach anyone. The sound of stepping on the carpet of leaves becomes a rhythm. Back then, everything turned into music. Your laugh was like the ringing of a bell, and my heart was always dancing. Now a heavy, deep silence completely fills this park. If right now I try to sing that song, would you somewhere notice and hear it? A forgotten autumn melody, it continues to play faintly deep in my chest. The warmth you taught me, the clumsy words I gave you back, that song of ours that shines so brightly now, only I know about it. Melody is memory, memory is pain. The more I wish I could forget, the more it strums at my heart. I wanna go back to that day just one more time and sing with you again. A dream that won't come true. A forgotten a melody. Please don't fade, mixed in with the sound of the wind, the phrase you hummed under your breath, the chords I matched on my guitar, that song heading for the future that echoed so loud. Now I just hum it all alone. The crimson sky bleeds across the park. Shadows stretch low and the world begins to blur. Alone on the bench where we always sat together, I'm just staring at the right side where you should be. Your profile when you smiled and said it's beautiful. Just remembering it makes my chest ache. This moment where light and darkness cross, it felt like it would last forever. At dusk I call for you, with a voice that can't make a sound, a name with no reply, snatched away by the wind. That beautiful sunset, I never knew it was such a lonely color in a world without you. The first star is beginning to twinkle. Crowds of people hurrying on their way home. Only I am still in this place, unable to move even a single step. My fingertips, which have grown cold, I clench them tightly. Are you somewhere looking at the same sky, or have you already forgotten everything? At dusk I call for you, with a trembling voice again and again. Before the darkness swallows everything, I wanna get us back, the us from that day. I'm screaming this loudly, but my voice just doesn't reach. I was afraid of the night coming, afraid your smile would melt into the darkness and disappear. I reach out this hand, don't go, but all I grabbed was the cold, empty air. At dusk I call for you, with a voice that can't make a sound, a name with no reply, snatched away by the wind. That beautiful sunset, I never knew it was such a lonely color in a world without you. No matter how many seasons turn, this park stays just like it was that day. The bench where we tried to carve our names is still right there. It's a little rusty and the color's faded, but it has the same face as my memory. The only things that have changed are the scenery right next to me, and this reality where you are not here. bench from that day remains as if it was waiting just for me. I feel like even your warmth might still be here. So I gently stroke the right side. The cold wood cuts into me as if it's mocking me. Time has passed. The sound of stepping on leaves echoes back then. Our laughter was louder than any other sound. I sit down on the silent bench and trace the view that you used to look at all alone. This place where nothing has changed is too kind and too cruel to me. Bench from that day remains, leaving only me behind. The words of the promise we made are still echoing in the back of my ears. Am I foolish for not being able to change, even though I know full well that time has passed? If you came here right now, would you smile and say it's been a while? Or would you not even notice me and just walk right on by? I'm too afraid to find out. So today I'm still right here. The bench from that day remains as if it was waiting just for me. I feel like even your warmth might still be here. So I gently stroke the right side. I swear to this cold wood grain that I will not forget. Time has passed. What color is the wind today? I wonder. Just sitting blankly on the bench. When you were here, it was simply transparent. But now it's like the color of loneliness and the sound of it rustling the leaves. Your voice overlapped and then it disappeared. Brushing past my nose in the cold air. Suddenly I smelled that nostalgic scent of yours. The color of the wind is surely the scent of tears. My eyes, which I thought were all dried up, are growing hot again. Whether I breathe it in or breathe it out, all that fills this chest is the scent of a world without you. It's heartbreaking and it's painful. The sky is high, the clouds are drifting by, leaving only my heart behind. The wind passes through the right side where you're not. It's like time has stopped right in that spot. This scent, is it just an illusion that my memory is showing me? Look, if I close my eyes, you were there smiling. Even that smile now has the scent of tears. The color of the wind is surely the color of loneliness. The scent of memories I can't wipe away. No matter how I stretch out my hands, I can never touch it again. Your warmth is just a fragment of a memory. If this wind had no color, if these tears had no scent, would I have been able to be just a little bit stronger? Would I have been able to forget you? The color of the wind is surely the color of the days I loved. The scent of tears is your scent. My eyes, which I thought were all dried up, are growing hot again, carved into this bench by this invisible color and scent. I am still enveloped. The swing is swaying, empty, the sound of rusting iron creaking. This park without the two of us. I never knew it was this quiet and wide. That bench we always sat on, there's no one there today. All that overflowing laughter and shadows are nowhere to be found now. Only the fallen leaves are dancing. This is the park without us, a place where time has completely stopped. Only the dazzling season I spent with you remains like a photo you can't peel off. Even if I don't try to remember, everything just leads back to you. This bench hurts too much. The seesaw is heavy on just one side. It's tilted and it won't move. It's just like my own heart. So I looked away without thinking. The canned coffee you used to give me, they don't sell it anymore. I knew that nothing lasts forever, but I just didn't think I'd lose it all this fast. This is the park without us, a place where only memories wander. The crimson sunset we watched together, the sky is burning the same color today. But just because you're not next to me, it's like the whole world has lost its color. If I could go back to that day, what could I have said to you? If I had held on and said don't go, could we still be laughing here together? A question with no answer just scatters in the cold wind. This is the park without us, a place where time has completely stopped. Only the dazzling season I spent with you remains like a photo you can't peel off. I wanna forget, I don't wanna forget. On this bench I'm still just standing here, frozen. time the wind shakes the trees, they flutter, flutter, dancing as they fall, as if they're trying to say something. They make a sound at my feet. Sitting down on the usual bench, I softly pick one of them up. If this is a letter from you, I wonder what it would say. This is the fallen leaves' last goodbye. It feels like I can hear it say both goodbye and thank you. It keeps piling up on the empty bench, as if it's announcing the end of our time, just quietly. Next year too, we linked our fingers. You were smiling in this very spot. I searched for the warmth of that day, but all I can touch is the cold skin of the wood. The autumn without you is so colorless and lonely. The very last leaf is letting go of the branch. So with this, it's really all over. This is the fallen leaves, the last goodbye. As if it's rushing me, I have to go now. It just fell onto my shoulder, leaving behind only the memories I can't forget. The season moves on, leaving me behind. When the winter comes and everything is hidden by the snow, will the words from you piled in my heart surely never melt away? Holding this last goodbye, what am I supposed to feel? This is the fallen leaves' last goodbye. It feels like I can hear it say both goodbye and thank you. It keeps piling up on the empty bench, as if it's announcing the end of our time, just quietly. I'll accept it. It's like a monochrome photograph this afternoon in the park, which has lost its color. Even when I sit on our usual bench, it feels like the spot you were in has been cut out. Only the sound of stepping on leaves echoes a cold, dry rhythm. That world of ours that was so vivid, when did it all start to fade to this color? Gray memories, every time I turn the page my heart aches. The happier the days were, the more they turn into sharp thorns. Now the invisible scar carved into this bench, I'm still tracing it over and over. The color of the sky you used to love, I can't see it today. It's covered by thick clouds. Only the white my breath feels real, telling me that I am here. A world where I can't hear your laughter, it's just so quiet. If I could turn back time, what would I tell the me from that day? Gray memories, they aren't warm even when I hold them tight. This scenery without you, the more beautiful it is, the more it hurts. Sitting still on this bench, I still can't move. I'm in the dream of that day. If it snows, will everything turn white and hide it all away? This pain and this loneliness. But when spring comes, it will all regain its color, along with my memories of you. Gray memories, every time I turn the page, my heart aches. The happier the days were, the more they turn into sharp thorns. Now, the invisible scar carved into this bench, I'm still tracing it over and over. All alone, all alone. On the edge of this old bench, a mark you can't see unless you look close. The letters we secretly carved. It was the proof of our young love, together forever with a clumsy knife. I remember the fingertips that carved it. Now it's so worn down, it's hard to even read it. Our time too has gone so far away. The words carved on this bench, exposed to the wind and rain, they're fading away. Will my memory of you also someday like this become vague and unclear? I'm so afraid of that. I trace it with my finger, whispering, I don't wanna forget. How many autumns have passed since then? Only the fallen leaves gently cover it. The certain time when we were here, without anyone ever knowing. The park scenery has changed a little, but this bench alone is just as it was that day. If you were to sit here now, would you even notice these words? The words carved on this bench, a secret place that only I know. The fading letters pierce my heart like a promise I couldn't keep. With blurring vision once again, I traced it firmly, deeply. They say that time heals everything, but does healing just mean forgetting? If that's the case, then I'm fine with not healing. I wanna keep holding on to this pain and keep thinking of you. The words carved on this bench, exposed to the wind and rain, go on and fade, because only the memory of you sound of dry leaves carried by the autumn wind. The usual park, the usual bench, all that's there is an empty seat. The place where you were supposed to be. The fact that no one is next to me, that fact alone pierces my skin like the cold air. Autumn and the empty seat, this distance that I can't ever feel, it's tightening around my heart. Even if I search for your warmth, my hand just futilely cuts through the air. The fact that you are not here, I never knew it would hurt this much. The sky we looked up at, sitting side by side. We chased the same cloud together. Now the sky I look up at alone, it's so high up, it makes me wanna cry. Not hearing your laughter makes the park this quiet. If I could turn back time, what would I have been able to say to you? Autumn in the empty seat, this reality I can't accept my own time. Just like that day, it seems to have stopped completely. I call your name softly, a voice that just fades in the wind. It doesn't reach you anymore. This empty seat is the proof that you were here. I don't have to try and force it to be filled. This pain, this loneliness, it's all proof that I loved you. If I don't think that way, I can't even keep standing anymore. Autumn and the empty seat, this distance that I can't fill. I'll keep walking, holding it close instead of searching for your warmth. I'll just clench this cold hand of mine. My fingers turning the pages of an old album suddenly stopped at a certain page. There's you smiling a little shyly, and there's me looking so awkward. The sunlight of that day, the sound of that wind, everything was just too dazzling. Time is merciless, it went and changed us both. Now we might not be able to laugh the way we did back then. We of that season, never to return. The dream we chased, running on the fallen leaves. No matter how desperately I wish for it, time doesn't flow backward. When I sit on this bench and close my eyes, it's still so vivid, even now, but I can't touch it. Feels like forever, you said, while looking at the fallen leaves in this park. I just nodded silently. but I knew there was no such thing as forever. Even so, I wanted to believe in the miracle of you being right next to me, to only realize its weight after you've already lost it. What foolish creatures we are. We are that season, never to return. The shadows that faded into the crimson sky. If I could just go back to that day, I think I would give up anything. Is the loneliness piling up on this bench the price I have to pay for the happiness of that day? I couldn't even say a proper goodbye. I want you to forgive me for being so weak. The only thing I can do for you now is to wish for your happiness. But I won't forget the season that we were together. We of that season, never to return. The dream we chase, running on the fallen leaves. No matter how desperately I wish for it, time doesn't flow backward. When I sit on this bench and close my eyes, it's still so vivid, just as it was. Goodbye the us from that